Hi, welcome. Another Blender tutorial by Mark Felkins. Just so you know, right here is my website, www.felkinsworks.com. You can go there and order the DVD from me. There's a PayPal button there. Click on it and pay that. And if you're in the United States, just email me back letting me know you paid it. And I'll get your DVD to you as soon as I can. Could take up to 2 weeks or sooner. Anybody outside the United States and you like this tutorial, my DVD, email me first. Let me know your mailing address and email, of course. And I'll email you back with a PayPal bill and the shipping charges, because it'll be shipping handling will be more than what it is here in the U.S. Lulu, if you don't want to wait for all that, you can go to lulu.com/FWLB is my website there, and they have it for you to download directly to your computer. It's over 8 gigs, so keep that in mind. Just so you know, you can go to www.youtube.com, Felkins, and you can go there and see free tutorials. If you find my free tutorials helpful, please go back to felkinsworks.com and donate a couple bucks. I appreciate it. All the money you give me, even if it's a buck, helps, believe me. And if everybody gives me a buck, I can keep making more tutorials and continue on with my Blender stuff. And most appreciative. Eat some McDonald's food or something. Ooh, better than nothing. Anyway, what I've created here is a house. This is an exercise house part 1. If you haven't seen all the other tutorials in Blender, I would definitely advise you to go through all the mesh tools and kind of play around with the interface a little bit. And I literally watched every tutorial that I've made so far, and maybe some others even, but all the ones I have in my DVD before you attempt this. You can try it anyway, so it's fine, but what will happen is you'll end up maybe getting frustrated later and either stop blendering and stop making 3D stuff, or maybe it'll make you so mad that you want to throw things across the room, and you start learning skills that you don't need. You'll start doing things that there is no correct way to do anything, and as you develop your skills, you'll develop a way you like best. And everybody has a new way of making something, and tomorrow you may come up with a new way to make this house than what I did. Okay, but for learning purposes, try to follow along and do this. Now, if you go back and watch the Boolean tutorials, I'd watch those first, and some mesh, how to move the mesh and stuff. Watch all those tutorials first, then come back here and attempt to do this. That way you kind of get even if you just watch them, will give you kind of an idea of what you need to do to make this house. I'm still going to go step by step with you anyway on the next tutorial about the house, but it's good to kind of have a bird's eye view of everything, kind of watch all the video tutorials first, then come back, because you will get frustrated probably in this. Some people pick it up right away and are able to do it without having to do that. Most not. So don't think you're if you can do this one, you might not do the next one, because there's a lot of learning stuff that you have to learn, and if you're not familiar with that, then you're going to be frustrated probably. Anyway, what the goal is to make a house like this with a roof and a door and the windows cut out, using the Boolean indifference modifier. So you basically want to use, and you can color it. This is a plane right here, and then a cube, and this is another cube, and then we cut out the holes. You can use Boolean as a way to cut out objects, and you can see here it's hollow inside here, and so I've cut out the inside of the cube. So that's basically your assignment, is to cut out these windows and door, make the door and windows and cut them out, and build a roof and put it on here, and using the Boolean modifier, which is down here, object mode or edit mode. I guess we can go into edit mode real quick, and where's my modifiers? Oh, I was clicking on the wrong button there. And here it says add modifier, and then you can pick Boolean, and it will ask you which one to do. I wouldn't use these modifiers right here that I just showed you through this. I had some problems with it not working right. So what you want to do is hit the W in object mode. You want to hit the W key, and then you'll see the. Let me move this back down here. Here's some house cleaning here. You'll hit the W, and then you'll see it here. Use these ones. For some reason, I had some problems with the tools down here not working, making this tutorial. So you can try it down here again. I couldn't get it to work. It kept giving me an error code. But when I went up here and hit the W key for the difference here, Boolean difference, this one here. We're not going to use intersectional union. We're going to use this one. You need to watch the Boolean video tutorials first before you're doing this, and probably a lot of the other tools, the edges and faces, and how to select things. Otherwise, you'll get extremely frustrated and probably will not be able to do the house at all. I worked hours and hours and hours on this house just to get it to look this good. So now that was when I first started out. Now I can snap together pretty quickly. But even that, sometimes there's just glitches in the computer that cause to have problems with it. So that's your assignment, is to go ahead and build this house, and then just using this perspective view. Anyway, if you noticed here too, I split my screens up. This is a lot better. In my video tutorial, I'm going to split the screens up like this, because as you get familiarized what's going on in each screen, that really confused me when I first did my not in this tutorial, but when I first learned Blender and played around with other 3D programs. I didn't understand what's going on over here and what's going on over here and things like that. So now I'm getting more and more familiarized with it. And eventually you can have one screen if you want, because you'll kind of know what's going on. But it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I put this one here was like the front view. And you can put them how you want. You can put side or front. It doesn't matter. Just so that you know what you're looking at. And I did the front view first. And then I think I had the side view over here. Like that. And then this one I had the top view so I could see the top, and then I had, of course, the camera view with the camera aiming at it right here, looking at it, which is this one. And I could toggle between the camera and user by looking around, so I can see what my scene's looking like. Okay, and feel free to color the roof, the building, and the grass. I put just a plane down here for grass. So that's kind of what you want to do. And see, now you notice that right there, you don't see no plane because it blends in. And here you see a plane. So that kind of throws you off. You go, where'd the plane go? Where'd it go? In one scene. And then here it's not completely over the roof. So, you can grab it in another way and move it around. Trying to get it so that it's not covered over here. Maybe we need to scale it a little more, bigger. There. I'll take care of that problem. Scale it back down if you want. But that's the S key on the keyboard. Yeah, it's a little small, I guess. So that's your assignment. Just so you know, when I cut out these windows here, I thought at first they were the wrong size, and the reason why is when I put them on this side here, I looked at it and I went, wait, there's a smaller window here, and it's bigger here, it's kind of oblong here. And the reason why is because the other window on the other side is showing through, and it was cutting off part of this window on this side. So it looked like they were like here. This one looks smaller than this one. But they're really not. They're really bigger when you turn them sideways. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at it. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this assignment using the Boolean difference, and then I'm going to make a step-by-step doing it. Thanks for listening.